And moving on. Now, in the latest updates coming in, Ukraine negotiators will be holding talks in US and will plan on ending the war. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are expected to sit down with a Ukrainian delegation to further hash out the details of a proposed peace framework. I have Arzu Say joining me with more details. Arzu, what more can you tell us?
Yes, a team of Ukrainian negotiators headed to the United States for talk on Washington plan to end the war, and also the Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of the Ukraine and head of the Ukrainian delegation with the team is already on the way to the United States. This is what the Zelensky said in a post, and this is going to be very crucial as far as the Ukraine and Russia war is concerned, and this remains to be seen whether what outcome does this meet will provide. As far as it's been so long since the war has begun, and still there are attacks that has been seen from both the sides.
Arzu, stay on with me. Now, in the latest developments coming in, one person died and 11 others have been injured due to a Russian drone attack. On this, the regional governor of Kyiv, Mykola Kalashnik, stated that the attack took place on the outskirts of the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. Along with that, the attack is also said to have taken place on a civilian building in Vyshovod, Kyiv. I have Arzu back with me. Arzu, what can you tell us about this latest development?
Yes, a Russian drone strike on the outskirts of the Kyiv has killed one person and left at least 11 other injured, including a young child. And Kyiv regional governor confirmed that emergency service rushed to the scene as a residential building caught fire after debris from the drone attack. Ukraine says that Russia has intensified overnight aerial assault in the recent week, targeting civilians areas and the powerful infrastructure. So once again, the Russian drone strike on the outskirts of the Kyiv has killed one person and at least 11 other injured, and including the young child was also involved in this attack, got injured in this attack. So definitely once again the attack that has been done from both the side amid the talks of peace plan that is going on. Yes.
Arzu, stay on with me. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron will host his Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelenskyy for talks in Paris. A presidential official said that Macron and Zelenskyy will discuss the conditions for a just and lasting peace. This comes as a senior Ukrainian delegation is headed to the US to discuss the US peace plan for Ukraine. Arzu, what can you tell us about Macron and Zelenskyy's meeting?
Well, French President Emmanuel Macron and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy is going to meet in Paris, and French President Emmanuel Macron will host the Ukrainian President in Paris on Monday. Ahead of the meeting, France has signaled that it may push for new sanctions on Russia. This comes amid the peace plan that the French president is going to meet the Ukrainian president, and there is a signal that they may push a new sanction on Russia amid specifically at exhausting the Russian economy and reducing the Moscow's ability to sustain the war. And the talks are expected to cover military support, Europe's winter strategy, and also Ukraine's urgent plea for air defense system. So this remains to be seen what comes after this meeting between the French President Emmanuel Macron and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, as this is considered to be very crucial, as there are a lot of steps that might be taken which can affect Russia. Yes.
Arzu, stay on with me. Now, Ukrainian naval drones hit two sanctioned tankers in the Black Sea as they headed to a Russian port to load up with oil destined for foreign markets. The two oil tankers, identified as the Kairos and Virat, were empty, and sailing to Novorossiysk, a major Russian Black Sea oil terminal. Kyiv has repeatedly called on the West to take real action against Russia's so-called shadow fleet, which the Ukrainian government says is helping Moscow export large quantities of oil and fund its war in Ukraine, despite Western sanctions. Arzu, back to you on this.
Ukrainian naval drone hit two oil tankers from the, from the Russian so-called shadow fleet as they traveled through the Black Sea. This is what the Ukrainian official has said. Also, Ukraine's intelligence agency SBU claims it has used its indigenous sea baby drone, naval drone, to hit two Russian oil tankers. One is Keros and Virat. Other one is Virat in the Black Sea. Both vessels were allegedly part of Russia's shadow fleet under used to bypass global sanctions and transport oil covertly. Ukraine released video footage of the attack, saying that these strikes are the part of the border strategy to weaken Russia's financial network that fund the war. The attack reportedly occurred off the coast of Turkey, raising further concern over the maritime security in the region. Yes.
All right, Arzu, thanks for joining me with those details. And now, well, the Israeli army said on